Are everyone's hype meters down? Because mine sure aren't, especially not after yesterday's event. For those of you that were there, you know what went down. I asked you whether you want a recap video, and you said yes. For those of you that weren't there, wow, did you miss a lot. Essentially, we have entered a new era for VR. This is VR 3.0, because what happened yesterday has marked the beginning of something absolutely beautiful. That, and I have a few leaks for you guys regarding the new Oculus headsets, something I feel quite a few of you might be interested in. So I'm going to throw that in at the end of today's video. Just before I throw you straight into today's video, we are nearing 95,000 subscribers. It is absolutely surreal, and we are closing in on that number really fast. I mean, I knew the road to 100k was going to be incredible, but honestly, this is a roller coaster. So in case you guys want to be part of that, make sure to smack that little subscribe button down below, and let's get right into the video. So yesterday we had the Pimax Frontier Event. For all of you that joined me during yesterday's live stream, thank you so much. I hope you guys had fun. For those of you that, I don't know, maybe were sleeping or just didn't want to watch the event, so first of all, the event was delayed, and we were all like, oh yeah, this better be worth the wait, you know? And then we had like a whole VR history lesson once the event actually started. Joshua, the guy running the show, well, he was absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. Very entertaining. I'm pretty sure multiple people in the chat yesterday were simping for him. So what happened is Pimax announced VR 3.0. And let me tell you, it was not a disappointment. This was actually VR 3.0, and they sent me the press release, so we're gonna go through the specs of this thing step by step, because there is a lot. Like, there is a lot. So, first of all, the new hardware. At the Pimax event, they announced a new hardware platform that takes every aspect of their hardware to the next generation, enabling the VR 3.0 era and preparing for the metaverse. So, metaverse again, kinda, you know, being the buzzword of the day, but I get it, you want to know. What did they release? Pimax will be releasing a 12K QLED 200 FOV standalone headset. I cannot be the only one that still thinks that this is just not real, but let's go through with it. It has a 30% smaller and lighter housing than previous Pimax headsets. It has a QLED 12K panel and advanced dynamic local dimming LEDs, which there are 5,000 of. It has vivid colors and near absolute blacks with no screen door effect, and provides a greater spectrum than OLED. Now, I can actually vouch for quite a bit of this because I myself have a QLED TV, and when I first saw it, I was like, you know, it's not gonna be as nice as an OLED display. I was wrong. Guys, the blacks on this thing are actually really good. Like, when I first saw it, say I'm launching Netflix, the background is completely black, and the logo just stands out. Sometimes there's a little bit of glare, you know, outside the Netflix logo, but I can never tell whether that's supposed to be there or whether that's just something the panel does. But the colors are beautiful. It has an integrated HDR algorithm, yes, HDR, advanced bionic lens designs combining aspheric and Fresnel lenses into a multi-element fusion. So this is their own in-house lens design. It's not going to be Fresnel anymore. It's going to be kind of a combination of both, and it's going to make clarity so much better. This is super exciting. I'm actually getting hyped again. This is not good. It has an insanely wide FOV of 200 degrees horizontal and 135 degrees vertical. It is completely edge-to-edge distortion-free thanks to that in-house lens design, and achieves 98% of the average maximum binocular vision. That is impressive. That is super impressive. Guys, I have an 8KX. I daily drive an 8KX. That is my main PCVR headset, and that was already insane. I feel like if I plugged this into my PC, it would actually burn down. It has an up to 200 hertz refresh rate with a lower cost to reduce FOV using Tobii DFR mode. So this thing also has full eye tracking, which is beautiful. We'll talk about that in a second, but 200 hertz on a 12K display. Well, 12K, you guys know Pimax is gonna be 6K per eye. It's 12K horizontal, but 200 hertz. These guys have innovated. They are pushing limits to the max. Now, I'll tell you why I'm still a little bit skeptical in a little bit. But moving on, it's got integrated Tobii eye tracking with automatic IPD adjustment and DFR high-speed rendering, allowing for high-resolution use with today's graphics hardware. So, you know, as I said, we've got the eye tracking, foveated rendering, all the good stuff to allow you to use it with today's hardware, maybe put a little bit less strain on our poor GPUs that we can't, you know, upgrade. Now, here's where the cool part comes in. It's got 11 cameras, yes, 11 cameras, modules included on the headset with strong tracking ability. of facial expression. It has the world's first option to achieve full body tracking with only the cameras installed on the VR headset. No additional accessories needed. The cameras on the VR headset itself will track full body movements. I'm still not 100% certain how this is going to work and how accurate it will be. It will probably not also work under blankets, in case that's something you're into in VR chat. I have no clue how it's going to track the movement of your legs when they're behind your body. There's a lot of what ifs here, but it is incredibly impressive. It's not out yet, so we don't know how well it's going to work, but this is what they're promising us. It's got integrated wireless via Wi-Fi 6E, which is the default, or an optional WiGig 60 GHz rendering and swappable battery mount near the adjustable headset knob. So you've got a replaceable battery in the back of the head strap, and you've also got an additional WiGig module that you can use for completely wireless PCVR. However, that's not it. This thing also has an XR2. It's got an integrated Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 for standalone capabilities and split rendering capabilities. Yes, this is a fully standalone headset as well. That wasn't entirely certain during yesterday's livestream. People weren't certain whether it was actually standalone. According to the livestream, according to the videos that we saw, I rewatched it, this has a fully standalone mode. It says you can bring it to the gym with you, explore VR like never before. And I mean, you won't be bringing your PC to the gym. This is fully standalone. However, I do also feel like it's nice to note that the max resolution and refresh rate on standalone mode is 8K at 120 Hz, with a decreased horizontal and vertical field of view. But to be honest with you, I think that's more than enough for most people. It's compatible with Pimax VR Station, a graphically powerful, portable mini PC that works exclusively and is well tuned for Pimax headsets with built-in WiGig 60 GHz. So they're selling an additional little PC just like a console that is tuned specifically for VR, in case you don't have a VR-ready PC. Supposedly this is also going to be cheaper than a VR-ready PC. So it's going to be like a console for VR. They have done so much in one live stream, it was worth the hype. It is a new genre of a VR headset called the Omni-All In One. It's a single device that is optimized for both native PCVR and standalone VR. The tracking solution is inside out, as well as an optional SteamVR tracking sleeve. So you will be able to use SteamVR in case that's what you're into, but it does have fully standalone inside out tracking with replaceable faceplates. It has integrated noise cancelling mics, 3 of them if I'm correct there, and a high fidelity spatial audio solution with Qualcomm codec and adjustable rigid strap. This all sounds like incredible, especially with the swappable batteries in the back. I mean, you run out of one, you throw in another one, kind of like what they were doing with the Pimax Sword controllers. It is compatible with existing hardware through Displayport for native PCVR. This is something people were begging for. They don't want PCVR through Type-C because that enables compression. This has native PCVR through Displayport. So let's say you don't want to use standalone, but you want to have that completely compression-free PCVR experience and you don't care about wireless, you have native Displayport capabilities. People were begging for this, and that is amazing. It seems they have listened to literally everything people were asking for. It has 3 USB Type-C ports and a modular design, including mixed reality and 5G modules. So you can replace the front of the headset. It has like a little front that can come off and come back on, and that is completely replaceable. Super exciting. It includes 2 SLAM compatible controllers. So, you know, you've got the controllers. They look kind of like Oculus Quest 2 controllers. Whether they have full finger tracking, I would certainly assume so. But you know, not necessarily anything wrong with that, the fact that they look like Quest 2 controllers. It has inside-out room scale tracking with sub-millimeter accuracy and supports lighthouses. We talked about that again. But here is where my speculation begins. Yesterday we were like, this is the Vario killer. This is pretty much killed the Vario headset, because the price on this thing was much lower than all of us anticipated. The price on this thing was $2,399 MSRP, and that's not it, because if you already have any Pimax headset, you can trade that in and essentially have the entire price of that Pimax headset be taken away from this. So that's super cool. I have the 8KX, so you know for sure I'm going to be doing this, but it's going to be shipped prior to the holiday season of 2022. So that's Q4 of 2022. And this is where my speculation really begins. It can't really be a Vario killer if it's shipping in a year's time. I mean, a lot can happen between now and next year. I mean, the Oculus Connect event is going to be again held next year, and we don't even know what they're releasing this year. It's a fantastic headset, don't get me wrong, and the hype is real. I mean, 12K QLED at 200 Hz with full body tracking using nothing but inside-out cameras really sounds amazing. But to be completely honest with you, a lot can happen between now and then. Doesn't mean I'm not hyped, and doesn't mean I don't love the headset, but it's just, I'm afraid that technology is innovating at such a fast rate, we might honestly have more by then. That is just me speculating though. Also, I know a lot of people, both in the comment section and in live chat, are incredibly speculative towards Pimax. Pimax kind of under-delivered in the past, especially with their sword controllers. I mean, they only released the sword lights and there is no joysticks on those. They've also been known to delay their releases, but I personally myself have hope. I love my Pimax 8KX, and as much as a lot of people might hate their devices, it is my main headset, and I just keep coming back to it. So, I have hope. But again, it's 1 year away, and a lot can happen between now and then. But anyway, that is your guys' recap for the Pimax event. So let me know what you guys think about that one down below. What do you think about this headset? Do you think you'd be interested in buying it? But I have news for you guys in regards to the Oculus event. Now, this is secret information, so this is info that I have from somebody that will not be named, will stay completely anonymous. This is just a contact that I have, and I guess we're going to find out whether this info is accurate or not very, very soon. Now, my contact did also tell me that they might have more for me, so stay tuned on the Discord for that, but let me tell you what we got. Supposedly, we're going to have 2 headset reveals, and according to info sadly it's Bradley has, when we were talking on the Discord, it seems he also has the same info. So, you know, this might all interconnect. There's going to be 2 separate headset reveals. They're going to be very similar, and they're going to launch on Thursday. Orders will be shipping in November. Sounds similar? Kind of exactly like last year, but that's much sooner than we thought. More accessories will be available than the Quest lineup, so we're going to have a lot more accessories than we currently do for the Quest lineup, however much less headset personalization. For example, a non-detachable head strap, simply because the batteries will be held in the bag. So for those of you that might be disappointed about that there, that also means that the head strap will need to be good this time, because they can't afford to fail on something you can't replace. They're going to have proper IPD adjustment this time. Proper, yes, no just clicky clicky. It's going to be a proper IPD slider. One headset is going to be consumer, gaming focused, while the other one is going to be more expensive and more geared towards corporates and the workplace. So according to sadly it's Bradley here, according to info that he has, the gaming focused one is going to be the white one, and the corporate one is going to be the black one. So, you know, this is all leaks, but it's super exciting to take a look at them and see if we were correct. But however, we're gonna keep going. Full body tracking will be experimental for a while, so it will be there at launch, but it will probably be under the experimental settings tab. So that's really cool, and it's probably gonna be the mirror tracking, I assume, unless Oculus has gotten their hands on something similar to Pimax, which would be amazing. However, here's the cool part. Oculus will launch accessories similar to base stations that require a PC in order to bridge them to the headset. So, Oculus is planning on launching some form of base stations that you will need to connect to a PC, whether this will need to be a VR-ready PC or just any PC, and it will send the data to the headset so that you can play standalone is not entirely certain yet, but they are planning on launching something like that in the future. A third set of controllers is coming in 2022 that are used for precise hand tracking and vibration haptics. So that is super, super exciting. Again, this person wishes to remain anonymous, and that is how that is going to stay. Whether I will get more info from them or not before the event, I guess we will just have to wait and see. If I do, I'll be letting you guys know on the Discord, but the info that we have is incredibly exciting, and we are 2 days away from the event. I think we can rest assured that we're getting something, and it's certainly looking quite exciting. My question is, how much is the gaming-oriented headset going to be? Is that the one we saw in the survey? How much was that, like 350 or something? That is a damn good price, and that could be like the Quest Plus, and then the more workplace-oriented one could be the Pro, and that could be around 750. Which one would you go for? And what features do you think one is going to have compared to the other? The Pro could have micro OLED displays, and in that case, I believe I'll need to go for it. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day or night. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. If you guys want to join us on the road to 100K, make sure to smack that little subscribe button down below. And I just want to send out a huge, massive thank you to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys allow me to continue making videos like this, buying better gear, and making the videos more enjoyable. So thank you so much for that. If you guys are not yet part of our community, make sure to check out our Discord down below, make sure to check out our Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. If you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300%, and merch that does not put a huge ad on anybody. And if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.